What if Spider-Man started killing people? Welcome to another fanfiction story where we explore what happens when the superhero that always does the right thing and never kills anybody starts killing. Peter Parker is screwed. He told MJ that they would meet at 7:30, but the clock he swings past reads 8:15. He swings holding a bag of her favorite Italian food and is excited to have dinner with her on top of the Empire State Building. But on the way, he saw the Shocker trying to steal some rare electric eels and he had to stop him. Also, the Green Goblin escaped the Supermax this morning, and he missed his molecular biology deadline looking for him. Even though he didn't find him, Peter thinks that everything will be fine. He swings down to the top of their apartment building and sees a note waiting for him with lipstick on it. "See you at Empire State, Tiger. I have a surprise for you. XO, MJ." It's her red lipstick. Red is Peter's favorite color, obviously. He smirks under his mask. Things have been so tough lately, but MJ always knows how to turn him on. He makes it over to the Empire State Building and starts climbing. Maybe later they can do that thing where he webs her to the ceiling of their bedroom and they... What? He crawls up to the 78th floor of the Empire State Building and doesn't see anybody. Usually the place is teeming with tourists, but today it's empty. Maybe they closed early today. He climbs up 30 more floors to the very top of the Empire State Building. MJ must have snuck up there with her camera to get some pictures. It's the best view of the entire city. Well, the best view if you don't have webs. Peter sneaks inside the observatory area. MJ? Hello, Peter. Peter's heart drops. He knows that voice, and that voice has never said his real name before. He drops the Italian food and scans the room. Peter? What do you mean? You're gonna get a repeater of the last time you were in jail, Gobby. His joke's off. Goblin's onto him. Does Goblin really know who he is? Peter Parker, 27 years old. Graduate student at Columbia University with a 3.0 GPA. But your professors say that you're brilliant. I wonder what has you so distracted as to not have better grades. Aunt May Parker lives in Queens. Uncle Ben Parker used to live with her before he croaked. Is that why you put on those red tights, Peter? To avenge him? Peter starts shaking. He scans the room. Nothing. Where are you? Peter swings out the window, looking at the top of the building, but nobody's there. But the voice still sounds. Works as a photographer at the Daily Bugle. Dating. Mary Jane Watson. Peter's stomach fills with ice. Then he sees Goblin's glider way in the distance, blades pointed at him, wrapped in shadow. Peter braces himself and starts creating pellets of webs that he can shoot at the glider from here. If he's accurate enough, he can knock Goblin off his glider and web him up from there. He shoots webs at Goblin on the glider, knocking him off of it, sending him hurtling to the ground. That was easy. Peter watches him fall to the ground when Goblin in street clothes comes out from behind a pole next to him on the building, smiling. Better catch her, Peter Parker. She's falling pretty fast. No! Peter swings across the chasm towards MJ's falling body. Goblin dressed her in this costume. He uses his webs to increase his speed, trying to catch her. No, no, no! Peter! Peter hurtles towards her faster, creating a net below her that I love. She breaks through the net. Chunk. Daredevil remembered what things were like before. Was it really only 6 weeks ago? Suiting up in his normal clothes, using his cane, he walks down the street in Midtown, looking for him. The man he used to know as Spider-Man. All the other pedestrians walk down the street, nonchalant, but Daredevil hears their hearts racing. They're scanning the skies too, looking for him. Turning the corner onto 82nd Street, Daredevil smells their sweat, feels them trying to avoid looking at it. Trying to avoid looking at the body hanging from between two skyscrapers. I think he used to be known as the Vulture, but his body is so disfigured that they can't even recognize him anymore. Even though Daredevil can't see, he can feel the suffering that man went through before he died. And now, with his blood dripping onto the concrete, he serves as a message. Daredevil doesn't know why Spider-Man started killing, but he knows that when the Avengers tried to take him down, he took their loved ones hostage and killed Captain America's girlfriend. New York is my city! He's wearing the black suit again, but this time there's no spider. Just a black suit and the eyes. The eyes of death. Daredevil disagreed with the Avengers' decision to stand down. He has hostages, Tony Stark said. I don't care how many hostages he has. He's killing people. We have to take him down. Tony started drinking again. Steve went to South America. And the only person that can talk to Daredevil about this is, hi Matt, The Punisher sips an espresso and enjoys the sunshine. He's sitting at one of those cafe tables in the middle of the street. Such a normal setting for such an abnormal time. He can still see the Vulture's body in the distance. He used to be known as the Punisher and killed criminals that Daredevil would have put in jail. Not anymore. Now he's retired. Daredevil sits down across from him. Last week, Spider-Man posted every single active superhero's secret identity onto the internet. That's when the other heroes told him to let it go. That's how Daredevil knew he was crazy. You're probably the only one who's happy about this, but I have to speak to him. Punisher chuckles. And why would I let you do that? Because he's sick. Peter would never, Daredevil swallows, used to never hurt anyone. Now he's got his head on straight. Punisher sips his espresso, smiling. In half of a second, Daredevil fills the espresso with sugar from the table. Hey, sugar ruins the subtlety. Try being blind sometime. People are dying, Frank. Even criminals deserve a fair trial, human rights, and I can help him. You know I can. You know I always respected you, Matt. Punisher pours his ruined espresso onto the concrete. You're the last one that doesn't kill anyone. Even though you're naive, you've got rules. I can respect that. There's only one guy I respected more than you. Punisher's heartbeat quickens, excited, like adrenaline or sex. And that guy just ripped out Kingpin's throat on the international news. Tell me where he is, Frank. You know he's getting worse. I heard he drowned a 17-year-old dealer in Staten Island. He was selling fentanyl. He held that kid under the water for 16 minutes. Witnesses say he was laughing while he was doing it. I know you don't support that. Daredevil takes his glasses off, showing Frank his ruined, whited out eyes. Look, he's probably just gonna kill me. Just give me a chance. The Punisher sighs. He's in the sewers, the central junction underneath the Times Square subway station. Look, I know I can't stop you, but there's no way that you make it out of there alive. You know that, right? I know, but I have to try. Huh. Catholic. Punisher must have seen Daredevil's chain. God bless. We're both going to hell, Frank. There's a long silence. I know. Daredevil can't wear his costume as he enters the subway station. He can't even wear his glasses. That would be too obvious. Instead, he wears a hoodie and sweatpants as he opens the valve to the service entrance and starts climbing down the ladder. He has a few billy clubs and ropes under his hoodie, but it's no use. This is going to be his last fight. Clang, clang, clang. The sewer hums with activity and broken water flowing through pipes. Anything living down here would go insane from the noise. Daredevil reaches the bottom and enters a huge water plant. It's covered in webs from top to bottom. He's here. And in the center junction, in a sliver of light coming down from a hole somewhere, is a man. Please, please help me! Daredevil puts his hand up to the man's face, then tries to untie him when he realizes the man's arms and legs have been ripped off and bandaged with medical efficiency. One of his eyes is gone. 2 of his teeth are gone. He's been tortured. I didn't think it would take it this far. He killed my wife, my son. I'm sick. I have split personality. I need treatment. Daredevil senses something. He dodges to the side as Spider-Man swings by, slinging a knife over his head. Tell him who you are, a voice says. Daredevil has never heard a voice in so much pain. Norman Osborn, No. Spider-Man lands on the man's chest. Tell them who you really are. Norman struggles to get the words out, but he's clearly terrified. Go on. Green Goblin. Spider-Man puts the knife up to Green Goblin's ear and slices it off. He screams in pain. That's enough, Daredevil says, taking off his hoodie and sweatpants, revealing his Daredevil costume. He pulls his mask on, ready. I don't want to hurt you. You're a good person. Spider-Man laughs. Good person? You know what I did this morning? I broke into the Supermax and... He starts laughing. And I killed every last one there. The prisoners, the guards, even the people visiting. Daredevil throws a billy club at Spider-Man, but he's already gone. He hears him crawling on the huge web on the ceiling. I don't know what happened to you, Spider-Man, but I know that when I met you 12 years ago, you will be horrified at what you've become. Idiot! I should have been doing this years ago! Spider-Man drops down. He swings a web around attached to a gun. Daredevil ducks and blam. The gun fires, barely missing the top of his head. You have sensory powers, right? Enhanced abilities? Daredevil feels the web and finds Spider-Man right above him. He punches into the web, knocking him off balance. You ever do this? Spider-Man rips the web open, pours battery acid on Daredevil's face. Daredevil screams out in pain, and trying to get the battery acid off, all of his senses going crazy. Spider-Man stabs him in the back, the leg, the chest. Not that you're gonna live long enough, but you should really be doing this too. This is how you keep people safe. This. It's the worst pain Daredevil has ever felt, but he knows something. Green Goblin. He escaped the day Spider-Man snapped. He must have done something to him. Hurt him in some way. Driven him crazy. And Spider-Man's killed all the other criminals, but he's still alive. That means Daredevil feels along the corridor, bleeding onto the floor. Don't do this! Spider-Man laughs. You idiot! You realize Daredevil finds Goblin. Please. I'm sorry. And Daredevil snaps Green Goblin's neck, killing him. No! Spider-Man comes down trying to resuscitate him. He has to feel more pain! No! Daredevil slumps over, bleeding on the floor as Spider-Man tries to pull Green Goblin back into life. But it's no use. Green Goblin dies. This is what happens when you break the rules, Peter. Daredevil feels sleepy and cold. You lose everything. Peter takes his black mask off and stares at Daredevil, dying. He looks like a little kid. What do I do now? They're all dead. You used to be the best of us, Peter. You still can be. Daredevil dies. Tony Stark sips an energy drink mixed with cheap vodka and looks across the Hudson River. I should have seen this coming. It's my fault. Hawkeye adjusts his bowstring. The kid has to sleep at some point. It's only a matter of... And then they see him, driving a small boat towards them. The alarm sounds. Soldiers point their guns at him, but there's no need. Peter Parker, holding Daredevil's battery acid-stained mask, turns himself in to be arrested. Thanks for watching my story, and thanks to Mullet Man Comics for the inspiration for this idea. Bye.